On this day, you can watch the night sky best, provided it is a clear night. Do you wonder why can't we see the moon and all those bright tiny objects during daytime? It is because the very bright light of the sun does not allow us to see all these bright objects. The sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night are called celestial bodies. So the sun, the moon, and all those objects which actually shine, which are which actually have the ability to shine in the sky is called as celestial bodies. So some celestial bodies are very big and hot. They are made up of gases. They have their own heat and light, which they emit in large amounts. These celestial bodies are called stars. The sun is a star. Countless twinkling stars in the night sky are similar to the sun, but we do not feel their heat or light. And they look so tiny because they are very, very far from us. You must have noticed that all objects look smaller when seen from a distance. How small an aeroplane looks when it is flying at a great height. While watching the night sky, you would may notice various patterns from the different groups of stars. These are called constellations, just like a Ursa Major or a Big Bear. It is one of such constellation. One of the most easily recognizable constellation is the Saptarishi. It is a group of 7 stars that forms a part of Ursa Major constellation. Ask someone elder in your family or neighborhood to show you more stars, planets, and constellations in the sky. In ancient times, people used to determine directions during the night with the help of stars. The North Star indicates the north direction. It is also called the pole star. It always remains in the same position in the sky. We can locate the position of the pole star with the help of the Saptarishi. Look at figure 1.1. Okay. You will notice that if an imaginary line is drawn joining the pointer stars and extended further, it will point to the pole star. Look at okay. Now you will notice that if an imaginary line extended further, it will point to the pole star. Some celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light. They are lit by the light of the stars. Such bodies are called planets. So there are some celestial bodies which do not have their own heat and light. Okay, means the planets are also celestial bodies, but they don't have their own heat and light. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. Wanderers means those who is able to move. The earth on which we live is a planet. It gives all its heat and light from the sun, which is our nearest star. If we look at the earth from a great distance, say the moon, it will appear to be shining just as the moon. What? It gets all its heat, which is our nearest star. If we look at the earth from a great distance, say the moon, it will appear to be shining just as the moon. The moon that we see in the sky is a satellite. It is a companion of our earth and moves around it. Like our earth, there are 7 other planets that that get heat and light from the sun. Some of them have their moons too. Okay. The solar system, but before it, we will read about the interesting facts mentioned in our book. Now it is Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus have rings. So there are 3 planets. There are 3 planets having rings around them. Having rings around them. Okay. First one is Jupiter, then Saturn, and third one is Uranus. Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus have rings around them. Okay. So Jupiter, यूरेनस जब एस्टेरॉइड बेल्ट के बाद के 3 प्लैनेट के पास रिंग है अपनी. These are belts of small debris. These rings may be seen from the Earth with the help of powerful telescope, just like Hubble or James Hubble. The solar system, the sun, eight planets, satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteorites. Before going to next phase, we will see the figure 1.2 of the solar system. Here in the center, there is a sun. After this, the Mercury. Then next, the Venus. After that, Earth. Then Mars. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Okay. After that, in between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a asteroid belt acting as a separate boundary between Jupiter, or we can say that it acts like a boundary between inner planets and outer planets. Okay. After Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, and at last there is a Neptune. So here are some facts like Mercury. The Mercury covers its one orbit around Sun in 88 days, and one spin in 59 days. Venus, one orbit around Sun, 255 days, and one spin on axis on 240 days. So these are the facts, and we will not be able to remember or memorize it within a minute. Okay. So now, do you know Sol? In Roman mythology, is the sun god. Solar means related to the sun. The family of the sun is therefore called the solar system. Write down as many words using the word solar on your own as you can. Okay. Called it solar family. The sun. The sun is in the center of the solar system. It is huge and made up of extremely hot gases. It provides the pulling force that binds the solar system because of the gravity. The sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the entire solar system. But that tremendous heat is not felt so much by us because despite being our nearest star, it is far away from us. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. It is the average distance between the Earth and the sun. Because the path of Earth around the sun is elliptical path, and somehow there is some changes in between the distance during the revolution of Earth around the sun. Now the next point is planets. So there are 8 planets in our solar system in order of their distance from the sun. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. To memorize it, there is a trick mentioned in our ncert. That is, my very efficient mother just served us nuts. Okay, I think there is no need to learn this trick. It is simple. So the first planet which is closest to the sun is the Mercury. After that, Venus, then Earth, then Mars, and then Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay. And most important thing that you have to learn, or you have to keep it in your mind, that the Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus have rings around it, and those rings are made up of the debris, dust particles. Okay. So that's it. Now all the 8 planets of the solar system move around the sun in fixed path. These paths are elongated and they are called orbits. Mercury is nearest to the sun. It takes only about 88 days to complete one round along its orbit. Now Venus is considered as Earth's twin because its size and shape are very much similar to that of the Earth. Till recently, August 2006, Pluto was also considered a planet. However, in a meeting of the International Astronomical Union, a decision was taken that Pluto, like other celestial bodies, and Ceres 2003 UB 313, discovered in recent past, may be called dwarf planet. One important thing is that the headquarters of International Astronomical Union is at Paris in France. Okay, so the word origin here, many words used in a language may have been taken from some other language. Geography, for example, is an English word. It has its origin in Greek, which relates to the description of the earth. It is made up of two Greek words. Geo means earth, right? And the graphia means writing. Find out more about it, like geo plus logi, geo plus metri, geo plus oid. Here, oid means oblate spheroid. Okay, do you know humans have always been fascinated gazing at the night sky? Those who study the celestial bodies and their movements are called astronomers. Aryabhatta was the first famous astronomer of ancient India. He said that the moon and the planets shine due to reflected sunlight. Today, astronomers all over the world are busy exploring the universe. The Earth. The Earth is the third nearest planet after the Mercury and Venus, respectively. In size, it is the fifth largest planet. Okay. It is slightly flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator. That is why its shape is described as a geoid. Geoid means an Earth-like shape. Conditions favorable to support life are probably found only on the Earth. The Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It has water and air. It has water. It has water and air. Which are very essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen. Because of these reasons, the Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. From the outer space, the Earth appears blue because its two-thirds surface is covered by water. It is therefore called a blue planet. Light travels at the speed of about 3 lakh kilometers per second. Yet, even with this speed, the light of the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the Earth. 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 raised to the 15 meter. Now the next topic is the moon. Our Earth has only one satellite, that is the moon. Its diameter is only 1/4 that of the Earth. It appears so big because it is nearer to our planet than other celestial bodies. It is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from us. Now you can compare the distance of the Earth from the Sun and that from the moon. The moon moves around the Earth in about 27 days. So it revolves around Earth 27 days. It takes exactly the same time to complete one spin. As a result, only one side of the moon is visible to us on the Earth. The moon does not have conditions favorable for life. Achha. But for this, we are actually searching for having any possibility to survive there. And for this, recently we sent Chandrayaan 3 mission on the moon. It has mountains, I think, 28th August 2023. In 2023 we sent Chandrayaan 3, and the date was, I think, 28th of August, what I can recall. The moon does not have conditions favorable for life. Achha. It has mountains, plains, and depressions on its surface. These cast shadows on the moon's surface. Look at the full moon and observe these shadows. Now, therefore, the equator is an imaginary circular line and is a very important reference point to locate places on the Earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitude. Latitudes are measured in degrees. Okay, so here latitudes are measured in degrees. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude, since the distance from the equator to either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle around the Earth. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude, since the distance from the equator to either of the pole is 1/4 of a circle around it. Okay, हाँ ठीक है. Now it will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees, that is 90 degrees. Thus 90-degree north latitude marks the north pole and 90-degree south latitude marks the south pole. As such, all parallels north of the आवाज आ रही है अब? As such, all parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes. Similarly, all parallels south of equator, south latitude. The value of each latitude is therefore followed by either the word north or south. Generally, this is indicated by the letter N or S. For example, both Chandrapur in Maharashtra, India, and Belo Horizonte in Brazil, South America, are located on the parallels of about 20-degree latitude, but the former is 20-degree north. Yes. आवाज आ रही है? आवाज नाटा बताओ कमेंट सेक्शन में. So here it is torrid zone, equator, Tropic of Cancer, north temperate zone. It is torrid zone. It is north temperate, it is south temperate zone, and this is frigid zone. So 0 degree, 23.5 degree, and this is 66.5 degree. 23.5 degree, 66.5 degree. This is 90 degree south and 90 degree नॉर्थ. ऐसे ही कहाँ से 90 डिग्री नाप रहे हैं? यहाँ से ऐसे. ये तो बताओ कि मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है. कौन है इस समय हमको देख रहा है? इंपॉर्टेंट पैरेलल्स ऑफ लैटिट्यूड. ठीक है. Now besides the equator, the North Pole, South Pole, there are 4 important parallels of latitude. The first one is Tropic of Cancer, now 23.5 degree north in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree south in the southern hemisphere, and the Arctic Circle at 66.5 degree north of the equator. Okay, and Antarctic Circle at 6.5 degree south of the equator. Now here there are some heat zones of the earth according as per the distribution of sunlight on the regions. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. In between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, this area therefore receives the maximum heat. Okay, so from this topic The name is Heat Zones of the Earth. We will continue it tomorrow. Okay. So जय हिंद, जय भारत. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.